Many more seats in the front. Welcome. Welcome to the Smart Home League Energy Edition. Why energy? Well, looking at the most recent stats from just this week, we are facing yet another hottest summer in history, and the need to accelerate the green energy transition will remain high in the next 3 years. So there is no surprise at all that consumers are looking for ways to manage energy in their homes more efficiently and more smartly. And that's why we at the Smart Home League think that the smart home has to become a smart energy home. Equipped with technology that helps reduce energy consumption and powered by green energy. So in the next 40 minutes, you will learn what it takes to build a smart energy home and how this helps to address those struggles. We will start out with the basics, IoT connectivity. Then we move on to smart lighting, smart charging, solar energy, smart heating, and see how it all comes together with smart energy management. Please join us on a journey from the indoors to the outdoors to the cloud. I want to welcome our first speaker on stage, Christopher Lepre from the Connectivity Standards Alliance.
Thank you, Annette, and thank you for having me. As she said, I am Chris Lepre. I'm the head of technology from the Connectivity Standards Alliance. You might know us as we used to be the Zigbee Alliance. It'll say that we're 20 years old on a subsequent slide, but that was the Zigbee Alliance. So what are we doing now as the Connectivity Standards Alliance? Well, we believe that IoT should be able to transform the way that we live. Connected devices in our homes, that is. So what we do is try to remove the complexities wherever those exist. And you'll hear me talk about complexity a couple of times in different ways as to the ways that we've seen complexity that are stopping us from buying connected devices and enjoying those devices in our homes. Who are we? You see on the left, the companies, we are a member-driven organization. You see the board-level companies on our left. So many of the biggest companies in the world are there helping us to do this, to solve these problems. Before I talked about complexity, so Matter is one thing I'll talk about the most during the day here. But I said before, we used to be the Zigbee Alliance, so we're still responsible for Zigbee. Both Zigbee and Matter are very secure protocols built for smart home. But product security is another concern. You can build a very secure device with Matter that will use secure protocols. But then, is the device itself secure? Does it have a well-known password? Can the consumer change those passwords? That is one of the complexities that we've seen on in connected devices. And so we've set up a product security standard to remove that. And we're working with governments around the world who are creating laws as to what secure products have to be. We're trying to align those laws as those laws get created. Our standard, the product security standard, has been recognized by Singapore, and we're working with other governments, including the EU, the UK, and the United States, to see if we can get those countries to also recognize that as a standard. So again, that's one of the complexities. Another complexity is a digital credential. So that's what Aliro is. We're working on that, and that'll come out next year, so you'll hear a lot more about that later. I mentioned before we have 700 different members, so we slice and dice those members in different ways and in different regions that have different requirements, in particular door locks are different in different regions of the world. So we've worked with those, either the China group or the EU group and a newly announced Japan interest group for what are those requirements in those different regions. So coming into Matter, diving a little bit more into that, again, I mentioned those complexities. So one of the complexities is on the manufacturing side of Matter, of connected devices. So we have an open source SDK that is available to the world. You can use it for free. And then basically you need to become a member and certify your device once you're ready to actually market that device. And it's that interoperability logo. So again, that interoperability is another one of these complexities that we work to solve. It is an IP-based standard. It is interoperable. Obviously, the different ecosystems have their walled gardens before. Matter is that solution for that, those walled gardens. And of course, it has to be secure. I mentioned before the product security for the devices themselves, but then the protocol security. So we've been working on Matter for a while, but we launched it actually not too far from here in Amsterdam. You see here in October of 2022. And that was basically the standard set of smart devices that you can buy at the stores. So that's connected light bulbs, smart plugs, door locks, window coverings. And that's what we started with. And we've been working on expanding those experiences ever since then. For Matter 1.2, we added air purifiers and robot vacuums. Those are two product types that you don't normally think of when you think of the smart home, but now those are part of Matter. So like I said, we've been expanding the definition of what smart home is. And then with 1.3, we've added electric vehicle charging and device reporting, device energy reporting. So now every device in your home can report its energy usage. The electric vehicle is, if you have one, is certainly the biggest user of energy in your home. We've already supported thermostats. Smart plugs could control large loads like pool pumps or hot tubs if you happen to have those kinds of things in your home. So now that is basically the biggest chunk of energy in your home. So now with those new device types, we can support just a simple app, a Matter-enabled app you download to your phone, and now that can start to help you save energy. We're also working on heat pumps and solar inverters. With those, now you really can have a comprehensive whole home energy management system, and you'll hear more about those from the other speakers later on. And we're taking the same experience that we're looking into for energy management. We're working on water management as well, how much water we're using. That's a big problem in various parts of the world as well. But you see here all the other types of devices that we do support. And then just to sort of highlight, and Annette also mentioned some of these quotes as well, but you can see over 2/3 of consumers are concerned about the energy that their homes use and want to use less energy. I'm not going to read through all these, but just to highlight a couple, over half want smart home technology and want it to be able to reduce the bills that they pay, how much money they have to pay to get energy in their home. And again, there's lots of different quotes here. I'm sure we can look at those later. So where are we going with Matter? I mentioned we're very experience-based, and we focused on energy management. We've obviously got a lot of more work to do in the energy management space with heat pumps and solar, like I mentioned before, but there's lots and lots of different device types. As connected devices come into your home, we believe that they should be Matter devices. So that's true going into the future, even for health and wellness. Like as doctors prescribe you connected devices for sleep apnea or other problems like that, that should be a Matter device. It shouldn't be some new technology that we have to then worry about and how that's enabled. Lots of people think AI and lots of the energy management pieces that you're going to hear about later on also need AI. But as we have a broader and broader language of devices in your home, AI should be able to be applied very simply on top of that to save money or to save water in your home, to save energy usage, or other things like that. So, with that, I'll pass it back to Annette.
Thank you, Chris. Now moving on from connectivity to our So now now moving on from connectivity to our first use case, smart lighting. Please welcome Eike Beckmann, Head of Product Marketing, DACH at Signify.
So also from my side, welcome to the Smart Home League. We are delighted to be here with our smart lighting brand, WiZ, today. And WiZ is a brand which is lighting for everyone, which is simple, secure, and also energy efficient. So in the next minutes, I will talk about what is WiZ, about customer needs, and also let's explore together what WiZ can do for you. So let's dive in. So for your background information, Signify is the world leader in lighting. We produce energy efficient, high quality lighting. And our B2B brands are Philips, but also Color Kinetics and Interact. And WiZ is one of our consumer brands next to Philips and Philips Hue. WiZ is a global player and active in over 70 countries in the world. And WiZ is also the fastest growing lighting smartphone platform in the world. Also in Germany, WiZ outperforms the market. We gained 26.8% market share with our Wi-Fi bulbs last year. And also in 2024, we continue to accelerate our growth, outperforming our own performance last year by 50%. So at Signify, we listen closely to the customer needs and their considerations regarding smart home and smart lighting especially. So, according to a recent published study by Bitkom, 46% of the people in Germany already using at least one smart home technology, with smart lighting at the top of the list. And also 89% state that they believe that even small energy savings can make a contribution against climate change, which is very positive for us today. But on the other hand, we also know that of the non-users, more than half of the users are concerned that their data is not secure in smart home systems. And also they feel that many of the brands in the market are not easy enough to install and to operate. And also they wish that there should be an interoperability between different markets and brands. So WiZ is an easy-to-use system, and we take these concerns very strong in our product development and put them in our focus. And I think we have an easy-to-install product, and also we are compatible to other brands via the Meta standard. So let's see our video here and see what WiZ can do for you. So as you could see, WiZ is fun to use, but also you can control it the way you like it, so via voice or via our remote, via also standard wall switch. But WiZ is also easy to use, as I said, so it's as easy as screwing in a bulb. Basically, you just have to open your app with your Bluetooth activated, switch on the light, and wait for the Bluetooth pop-up that a new device is detected, and follow an easy 3-step pairing process. And then, of course, you can control it anywhere you like it. And also, as WiZ is Meta compatible, you have always the option from the beginning or later to add it to your Meta home and also control then the basic functionalities together with all the other smart home appliances. WiZ is also safe and secure. So you can use WiZ completely anonymous and have still the full functionality of our app. And of course, we comply to all the latest data protection regulations and also have transparent data policy and terms of use. Also at WiZ, we take cybersecurity very seriously. So we have the highest standards for encryption of the protocols, but also encryption of the flash drive. And we do an annual penetration test to make sure that we keep top of the game also in this regard. Regarding energy efficiency, we are also one of the leading brands. Just last year, end of last year, we launched the world's first ultra-efficient smart LED bulb, which means 210 lumen per wattage, and therefore we are now also, regarding the EU regulation, at the top of the class with an A rating. This means 40% lower energy consumption than any other conventional LED lamp, and also we have 50,000 hours average durability, which is 2 or 3 times what you find as a normal LED bulb. Also from software perspective, WIS shows live power consumption in the WIS energy monitor. You can see all the energy consumption, all our lights, but also of our smart plug, which also has a power meter inside, so you can see all the devices you plug in and see what they really consume. On top of that, we have also a patent technology called SpaceSense. And with SpaceSense, we can detect minor movements in the waves or our Wi-Fi network, and therefore detect presence and make sure the light is only then on if really needed. So WIS already covers a huge portfolio, and you can see you can cover your whole home with WIS and automate your home and help you with your daily routines and your daily life. But of course, we have also new products. We just launched a wide selection of WIS light strips, but also neon flex strips, where you can decorate your home and getting creative and then decorate with light in your own 4 walls. On top of that, also we have a new software feature which is called Music Sync, where you also can make your lights react to the music you're listening to at home. This also works with my favorite, the WIS Fairy lights. So you can not only decorate your Christmas tree with it, but it also makes sense to have it all of the year, and not only indoor, but also outdoor, to decorate your home. Also, on top, we have also a newcomer in regard of accessories. On the left-hand side, you can see our WIS dial switch. The WIS dial switch is as easy to operate as any other ordinary wall switch. You can just press the dial on and off. You can turn it to adjust the brightness. But on top of that, as it's smart and wireless, you can place it anywhere. You can even remove it from the base plate and then take it with you, and it acts as a remote. And you can store on it your 4 favorite settings and directly then activate these scenes from wherever you are. At Signify, we believe that it's best when other people test our products, and we are very proud that a recent test report of the Stiftung Warentest, very known magazine in Germany, tested smart bulbs, and both of our Signify brands became test winner. On the one hand, Philips Hue in the category of light bulbs with hub, and WIS on the other side for light bulbs without a hub. And on top of that, WIS also achieved the price performance tip of the Stiftung Warentest and also the energy saving tip. So at this point, I want to thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to later on answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eike. We're now leaving the indoors and moving outdoors to the garage. Please welcome Christian Philipp, Chief Communications Officer at GoE.
Hello, thank you. My name is Christian. I work for GoE. I do their marketing, sales, business development, and customer support. GoE is a brand just doing charging stations. We're doing very smart charging stations. We're very specialized since 2017. They are all made in Austria. They are designed in Austria. It's a European product, and so we bring that in. So we're doing smart charging stations. They are reliable. They have a lot of functionality, and they're intuitive to use. So we do exclusively smart charging stations, and we do also portable charging stations. What is always an A and B at GoE is that we have a very reasonable price-performance ratio. So as you can do a lot of things. So GoE, in its name, has the Go Electromobility. We want people inspire to move electronically, so we do nice, smart products for them to use. And these products are open to any kind of adaptation, to any systems, to any home automatic system, to any energy-saving systems. And of course, with our smart app, we have flexible energy tariffs, which is a huge advantage on this one. I will like to, we made that very good, I think. So recently, UCL did us the most liked home charging solution. Also, UCL Delta, the English magazine, goes the same way. So they're very likely tested. You can say out of that 1 out of 7 electronic cars in the German market, which is one of the largest in EU, is charged with a GoE product. So that's nice. So we charge the cars at home. I want to invite you today to go with me a bit more in the future. I don't want to show you the products which are very well tested, like ADAC, Testsieger, things like that. We all had that. I don't want to show you that. What I want to show you is what we do in the future. This picture I took myself in Oslo. By the way, Oslo, in August, 94.3% of newly registered cars are electronic cars in August. Bet that. You know what I mean? What is the future on electronic cars? And we will need solutions also regarding energy market, also regarding grid stability. So we thought, what would be an idea for really a smart charging, right? So, and we said, what is an average European car driving? We said, an average European car is driving 32 kilometers. And most of the time, the car is not driving. Most of the time, car is standing. So why shouldn't we have charging stations everywhere the car parks? Like in the shopping malls, like in the railway stations and in the airports. The problem is that there are charging stations. Of course they are. But when your car is fully charged, you have to go back, unplug your car, repark. Not a good idea. So our aim is to say, okay, we will have kind of an infrastructure with very, very cheap charging stations. So a shopping center with 500 charging stations. Imagine that, right? You just have the car, you have the plug outside the ground. I don't know what the solution will be. But the idea is that you can charge the car anytime you park the car. And you give the, you can give the ability for your energy provider to charge the car when the tariffs are low, for example, and when there's enough power in the grids in Europe. Then they charge your car until you're ready with shopping, and then your car is charged until 60%. And of course, you will have some smart buttons. I want to go on a weekend vacation, and I need to be fully charged today. Right? But this is the idea, this is the approach. What we now see with also McKinsey and others sees that these en route charging, what we have now, kind of supercharging and high performance charging en route, will be just 4% of the needed charging infrastructure. What we don't have is the destination charging where the cars park. So we don't see that as a problem, we see that as a possible solution we can maybe provide. You're laughing, that's nice. You may say I'm a dreamer, yeah, but we said at GoE we should provide maybe a way for that and make a suggestion on that at least. So we find ourselves some partners in Carinthia, and I kindly show you, and you can later afterwards, please, if you smile, I will tell you in more depth, maybe then it's more realistic. Please join me at the booth. This is a 4-phase model we have with this lot of partners. They are very valid, but we said, we have this nice countryside in Carinthia down there where our headquarters is. If you've never been there, you should go. It's very beautiful. So in Carinthia, we have a special topology of the people where they work and where they live. And then we see that we have a very good data of demographics on what the people have their income. Do they buy electric cars? Do they have photovoltaics at home? Do they do smart automation at home? So what is the thingy on that one, right? So we have very good data on that one with Joanneum Research. This is kind of Fraunhofer. It's also in the project. And they build a huge tunnel, and so we have all that data down there. And we can see how the people move. What's their mobility behavior? And the good thing is that we have a digital twin of the power grid in our state. So we can simulate what would happen in Carinthia if we sell so much cars than Norway do? And what does that mean for the grid stability? And you see on these red lines in the cheap dirt Photoshop we made, these could be a behavior where we need investments in the grid when all the people drive electronically. 80% cars outside, you get the idea. We need more power, we need more grid stability, things like that. We said, no, we don't need that. We just need to know where the cars park, and we need to have solutions to charge the cars very smart and to bring in the power when it's available. On the day when the sun shines or when the wind goes, then we can charge the cars. Otherwise, maybe we can use the cars parking as a big battery. as a cluster of battery. You get the idea? And then you can say, now we have this algorithm where we have just these red dots, which are in the upper field, where you can see, oh, we need just to invest in the grid in that points. So this is the idea. That's the first phase. I don't want to go too much into detail about this research project. Please come over to the booth, contact me. There will be more phases on this one, how we think what a solution will be. This will be a funding project where we investigate how this could happen. Right now, what we do charging stations, very smart ones. As I said, we have white ones, we have black ones. The white ones, yeah, the white ones are more for the home use, and the black ones are more for the semi-public and for the professional use, right? So what we also have is the flex one, which you can carry around. You see, this is a CE socket, a standard common CE socket, and you can go basically everywhere. Our customers in the Nordic countries really love that because they have their saunas in the summer houses, and they go and unplug it, put it in the trunk, plug it in the summer house, and they are already connected with their terrace, with their app, and all the smart options we supply with that. Also, we have the GoE controller, which is kind of, in some households, the missing link of learning how the energy consumption is. So we have already customers who have this just installed to see how their photovoltaic working. Is the sun shining? Yeah, it's working. And note with a pen and pencil. But what this controller does is it enables you to do PV surplus charging. You can have dynamic load balancing with that one, and you avoid peaks in your consumption, and you educate the end user how to use the power. All right. All is steered in a smart app. Of course, we will supply this for free, and you have all these functionality, and you can really have sophisticated settings in this app where you can say, charge my car when the tariffs are low, but charge it anyhow when I need to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So these things are all controlled via the GoE app. This is an Austrian story, and I'm very glad that Susanne, our CEO, last week had an interview in an Austrian newspaper. And the headline, and she's really relaxed on that one, right? The headline was, I think the combustion engines will disappear from alone someday. So this is pretty nice, and I think this gives us the intention. We think at GoE we should proceed with the electromobility, and yeah, I'm happy to support that. I'm happy to be here at the Smart League, and I can't wait to have your questions. If you don't want to put it on the stage later on, please join me at the booth. I'm here the whole evening and desperately looking for questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christian, for your interesting look into the future. And yeah, now, of course, smart charging is cheapest when powered by your own solar energy. So please welcome Thomas Bartsch, Director Product Management at IBC Solar.
IBC Solar used to be a startup, but over 40 years ago. So we reinvented ourselves again and again from an energy provider for remote areas 42 years ago to a commodity solution provider for PV systems and services over the years. So one question to you: who's of those who own roofs, whom of you have own roofs, have not a PV yet? So it's a lot. I would say 30% of the room. So that's quite much. So a lot of work to do for us. We come back to that later. It was never that easy and never that cheap to use your own energy by PV. So today you can bring PV to your roof and you pay only 8 cents per kilowatt hours for your energy when you consume it on your own. So that's a high difference between your own production price and the net price. So maybe very interesting for you that does not own PV yet to do it. Maybe to explain IBC a little, we installed about 8 gigawatt peak power in total, which is more than 5 nuclear power plants. So I think that's a lot. We serve home, business, and park segment applications worldwide. So yeah, that's IBC. I think the topic for today is smart home, of course. And what we do in that segment, of course, is an energy management. So IBC has its own energy management system as well. And it's the interface to internal and external energy flows, of course. It makes, it brings different customer groups and different sectors together. So a lot of sectors has to be handled for the future to do the energy transition, and therefore we has to use the public grid efficiently. We have to use flexible energy tariffs. We have to implement the e-mobility very well and control it. We have to implement the heating sector, the cooling sector, and of course the smart home sector to do it efficiently. The complexity of the PV increased a lot, and the complexity of controlling energy units. When we look to the press, and we saw in the PV magazine today a figure that in August we had in Germany 68 hours negative energy trading prices. So that means that the energy trading price, which is negative and which saves and brings money, has to be implemented in the energy management system as well. In addition to the increasing complexity, more and more regulations are added and sectors are added. So, for example, we have to manage the paragraph 14a. We have to manage smart home, we have to manage maintenance, predictive maintenance. So that's very important for the future and make the plans more and more complex for the companies and for the industry, on the one hand. On the other hand, to convince you who are not a PV owner yet, it is for us very important to make the usage and to become a user much more easy and much more efficient. And therefore, we developed a system. Because today, you don't buy electricity, you produce it. And you produce it for different interests. You want to reduce your electricity costs, you want to be renewable, you want to be carbon free, you want to be independent from the grid. Some want to have a blackout protections, and others only want to have an easy operation and a nice integration into smart home application. And that makes it more and more complex. So we developed IBC Home 1 to make it easier. IBC Home 1 is a PV plant. It's a full package of hardware, and it adds services and a fully digitalized and automated planning and sales process to the hardware. So you can see how easy the planning is when I start the calculator. So the end customer, the consumer, plans his own PV. He chooses the location, brings via pins the PV modules to the roof. He chooses which kind of roof it is. Then the direction of the roof is created. It's very simple. Then you tell the calculator how high your consumption is in the different sectors. And then you can choose which kind of system you would like to have. And you choose your own storage sizes. And at the end of the day, you get the system costs indication, you get the independency rate, you get a completely offer of the whole package, including the installation and including including service and maintenance for the PV plant. We are doing that for 42 years. We have a lot of experience in PV, and we are a good service and maintenance contact person in that way. In addition to that, we add a 12-year system warranty for the whole system, and to have only one contact person for the whole thing. So I think that's very unique in the PV market. Now let's summarize. What feels easy for the user is very complex for the companies. And we as IBC, as well as the PV industry, are not able to reduce the complexity only on our own. We're doing a lot to do that, because the sectors, as I showed you, grow together. We need to simplify and reduce the complexity, build standards like Matter, build interfaces like connection points between different sectors, and that's very important. That makes events like this very important. Thank you to have us here to get an overview of what are the requests. And yeah, we all have to work together, and that's my last statement, to make the energy transition work, because simple access to renewable energies are a lot of fun for users. So thank you, have fun.
Thank you, Thomas. So as many of you know, solar power is also the main driver of the heating transition, so not just from the roof. Please welcome Christian Daimann, Tado's co-founder and Chief Product Officer, to the stage.
Hi, my name is Chris, co-founder and Chief Product Officer at Tado. At Tado, we're committed to building solutions which help customers reduce energy costs at home. And of course, we help to fight global climate change. In order to achieve this, just in May this year, we launched a complete new product suite, which is made to be more accessible to more households across Europe. It's the product suite Tado X. It consists of the Tado Smart Thermostat, the Radiator Thermostat, the Heat Pump Optimizer, and our Matter Thread Internet Bridge. It's actually one of the first smart heating solutions in the market which is Matter Thread compatible and therefore widely interoperable, and therefore also very easy to set up. Second, it stands out due to its USB-C rechargeable battery pack for the Smart Radiator Thermostat. And last but not least, we've worked very hard to make it as easy as possible to use for everyone and from everywhere. Today we're launching one new product addition to this product suite. It's the wireless smart thermostat. It's for households where there's no cable going into the living room to replace the smart thermostat, or where the cable is in the wrong location and the wireless receiver does the job for these situations. The product is available from September 16th in our EU markets and onwards. The Heat Pump Optimizer is an important product of the suite. Customers can easily change temperatures by swiping the bar on the app. They can set schedules for the system. They can control, of course, their hot water manually via schedules, or boosting the tank just by tapping on the app. Today, we're launching 2 new compatibilities here. The compatibility with Panasonic and with Daikin. To make best use of your heat pump, Tado's offering an hourly dynamic energy tariff. And today we're launching a new functionality inside the Tado app so that customers can see their real-time smart meter data in the app. They can see their actual hourly tariff information just by tapping the feature in the app. The customer sees here on a daily basis the consumption in the dark bars, as well as what the prices of our hourly dynamic tariff has been here in a historic view. But of course also the energy prices for today and for tomorrow are shown in the app. So those are the exact prices our customers will pay in the next hours. And unique in the market is that we also show a price forecast for the next 7 days. So customers can get a feeling for what will be happening in the next 7 days and adjust their lifestyle accordingly. Together with our partner Panasonic, we want to bring an all-in-one solution to the market. And as Tado, we recognize Panasonic as the best heat pump system out there. And I would like to hand over to Hiro-san to take over on the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Hiroshi Komatsubara. I'm in charge of European HVAC business. I'm truly excited about our collaboration with Tado for smart heat pump solution. Since we announced our partnership in last March, we have making remarkable progress in our shared mission to help customers achieve level of energy efficiency and savings, all while optimizing comfort at the room level. Panasonic has a rich history of over 60 years in heat pump technology dating back to 1950s. We are confident that Panasonic heat pumps are among the best in the industry. However, we see an opportunity to provide even greater value to our customers by enabling our heat pump to optimize their performance in real time, taking into account the condition inside your home, also solar energy availability, and fluctuating electricity prices. This is where Tado and Panasonic partnership truly shines. With the industry-leading expertise in smart home energy management, we believe Tado is the ideal partner to help us continue delivering exceptional value to our customers. We are excited to announce that Tado and Panasonic heat pump solution will be available in European countries in this November. Customer can access through Panasonic Trusted Channel. We invite you to join us for further information this collaboration at the Panasonic press conference on October 8th during Chillventa in Nuremberg. Thank you for your attention. Now back to Christian. Vielen Dank. ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hiro-san. The entire Tado team is very excited about this mutual partnership. In the last decade, solar power generation has seen exponential growth. And by now, actually over 1,000 gigawatt of solar capacity has been installed worldwide. These data can also be seen in the European households. Actually, in 53% of homes which have a heat pump, also a PV system is installed. And in 48% of cases, if people have an electric vehicle, they also have a PV system. So there's a big overlap. In our Tado customer base, this overlap is even bigger. So there were a lot of requests from our customers that we should better integrate with the solar sector to make better use of freely energy generated coming from the roof. And this is what we're launching today. We're launching 2 new products in this regard. We're launching our solar feature for heat pumps. This product is available from today for all new and existing customers. And it can easily be accessed through the Tado app, where customers select if they have a PV system. By selecting it, it's about typing in some data of the home about what's the panel capacity on your roof, what's the direction of your panels, what's the tilt of the panels. And once everything is set up, the algorithm starts to work. And customers can then, of course, see what was their own solar production in the home and when the heat pump was running. So basically, to be assured that the algorithm in the background did the right thing and really made use of this free electricity coming from your roof. The second solar product we're launching today is our solar feature for our Tado Smart Charging app. And also here, the goal is to maximize the consumption of free self-generated electricity from your solar roof. Customers can easily set it up from today for all new and existing customers. It's about then typing in some details here also about the capacity of your system, what's the direction, what's the tilt, and once the data are fully set up, the algorithm starts to work, and customers can see, of course, also here production of the system on the roof, and then when the respective electric vehicle has been charged. To summarize, today we're launching 5 new products. Our wireless smart thermostat X, available from September 16th. Our the data integration of smart meter data and of our Tado hourly tariff into the app, available from today for all new and existing customers. Our partnership with Panasonic and our all-in-one solution. Number 4, our smart solar feature for heat pump control, also available from today for all new and existing customers. And last but not least, our new smart solar feature for our smart charging app, available from today for all new and existing customers. With today's product launches, we believe we're getting one step further to becoming a one-stop shop solution for the integrated home energy management. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. And a big thank you to all the partners who joined us today, and and a big thank you also to you in the audience and in Zoom for watching and listening. And I hope you feel as energized as we do about the smart energy home. Thank you.